This is CBS News Bay Area with Juliette Goodrich.
Good evening. San Jose is escalating its crackdown on the homeless crisis. Mayor Matt Mahan says too many people are repeatedly refusing shelter, and now he's proposing an ultimatum: move inside or face jail time. Nearly 10,000 people faced housing insecurity in Santa Clara County, according to the latest count in 2023. About 2,500 of them were sheltered, but a wide majority were living in the streets. The mayor says the city is now investing in solutions and has the shelter to offer people. And he says it's now on them to accept it. Kara St. Cyr has more on the new policy and heard from homeless advocates who say it is not going to work.
It's all wet. It's all mildewed. Oh, that's dirty.
The road to stable housing is often a rocky one, if you ask, Teresa said.
I just lost my cord, so that's good.
She's lived on these train tracks since 2023, partially because finding housing that she can stay in is hard.
I have past trauma issues that if I'm around more than 4 people, I get panic attacks. I have night terrors and scream, so I can't stay in a regular shelter.
Sometimes she refuses, but soon that could be grounds for an arrest.
San Jose Firefighters Local 230 really appreciate our labor leaders, public safety union standing with me on this.
San Jose Mayor Matt Mahan is proposing a plan that allows police to arrest unhoused people who refuse multiple offers of shelter.
We all have a responsibility to end this crisis. Government, on behalf of our community, has a responsibility to build shelter, and our homeless neighbors have a responsibility to use it.
Mahan's proposal would expand the city's definition of trespassing to include sheltering on public streets for 3 days. If violators refuse shelter, they'll first get a warning. If they refuse 3 times within a year, they could end up in jail.
But we are going to create dignified indoor places with services for people to be as an alternative to the streets. We can't fulfill that promise and make good on that solution if 1 in 3 people say, no thanks, I'd rather stay here on the streets. And that is actually a rough ratio we see as we go to different sites around the city doing outreach.
But David Lowe, the senior director of public policy at Destination Home, says the proposal ignores the heart of the problem.
The fact of the matter is there's just simply nowhere near enough places for people who are experiencing homelessness in our community to go.
On any given day, San Jose has about 5,400 homeless people, but only 2,900 beds available. Lowe says the discrepancy in housing is why he thinks this plan won't work.
It's a really disturbing trend because we simply cannot arrest our way out of our homelessness crisis.
San Jose plans to add 1,000 new indoor spaces over the next year, but said, who just accepted housing a few days ago, says she still feels the proposal doesn't take the needs of unhoused people into consideration.
It's not fair to force us to, and because it's going to cause more problems.
And just this week, the city opened its second safe sleeping site. It gives those living in RVs a safe place to sleep. The facility is taking on about 7 RVs a day until they reach full capacity. Homeless advocates say this site is more accessible than the city's first safe sleeping site at the Santa Teresa VTA light rail station because it doesn't require drivers to be insured or their vehicle to be registered.